Yeah, it's you are already crushing the
Oh,
opponent.
I
And,
mean, he lost a Vividrone for it, you know?
yeah, that's not worth.
But now that you sort of effectively have four more engineers in your supply due to the additional engineer that now comes with the Tesla coil after the recent balance change, I think it can be good to get three or four Teslas in more
Yeah,
situations than it used to be.
yeah, I think so too. I think it's fine to go for it, but you can't lose a Vividrone for it.
Yeah. The other thing that has which was probably your intention. It's definitely curbed its Tesla's ability to fight off aggressive red. Um,
Isn't this just Amperilla?
Yeah, I thought they would kind of go Ampo, but
You got
well,
Polywall,
Crash can still
it's
you can double Animus right now. Let's see if he does it.
Blood Pact.
Oh, he's gonna go
I
double
just
Blast
love
Lord.
Odin.
These
I
guys
love.
just think Odin is the shit.
Odin best unit game. I don't know, man.
Like, there's not even anything else to do with those triple blast forges. Like, Polywall isn't even a good unit for multiple blast forges because it's
Yeah,
very blue
Odin
efficient.
into Amperilla. Okay.
Is that actually worth it? Is Odin
I
that
think
good?
I mean,
no.
Crash did
I
it.
think
Crash did it
Amperilla
last
earlier is
time.
better.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
also, I mean,
let me put it this way, okay? I think he's gonna bank one to two blues every turn for the rest of the game. So I think that Odin is effectively costing him like 26 or 31 instead of 21. There's no way it's good at that price.
No, the blues are gonna come in after he gets his Amperilla. He's gonna be banking blues or reds each turn, probably. No, there's Corpus.
Oh, he's going
See, this
Blood
is
Pact,
yeah,
which is
there's
kind of funny because Arca can't get Blood Pacts because it would help Crash out too much.
yeah. So he has access to Corpus. He has access to like all kinds of things here to
yeah.
not
You can just
waste.
like oh, why
I don't
isn't he
like this though.
Corpus? Come on.
The thing is, Corpus versus Polywall, like, they're actually pretty much the same. So
Yeah.
Corpus is almost a blank in this set because whenever you could Corpus, you could just Polywall instead. So, I mean, the granularity of the husks is obviously a benefit, and the fact that it's not frontline. But
Arkanishu gives the GG.
yeah, well, I think Ampo was just too good.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they should have
So
pushed it.
If Ampo late is good, then wasn't Ampo early good?
Yeah,
Sometimes I don't think there was any good punishes in that set.
I would have gone natural animus for
I mean,
one.
there was one good punish in the form of Grinbotch. Grinbotch could have aggressed early and fast.
Is aggressive verb?
Yeah, I think so. You can be used as a verb. Let's look it up real quick while we. Uh,
Oh,
Oh, we got
Flamengo's full.
Hanimals. We got Hanimals, and we got
Animus.
Tesla coils, and we got Frostbrooder, and we got Zamora. So all these things that these guys love to spam, what are they going to do? Arkanisha just slaps down that third engineer, DDE,
That can't be
Crash
right.
Ops for the double conduit, and it looks like he's going for the Zamora, but I think that's the
fake out.
build where you get a conduit instead of two drones, and I always like getting two drones more than I like getting a conduit with that Zamora build. But let's see what he's going to do before the Zamora arrives. Is he just going to like stay defensive, or is he going to try and put on a little pressure?
And then he's gonna Tesla.
I think he needs to.
Maybe a kinetic driver.
Kinetic Driver could be good.
What
Like,
if,
he's allowing Arkanisha to get away with not buying any walls. I think you always want to get at least one attacker to force down a wall. Arkanisha's going quadruple Tesla coil, though, which seems like he's either got to win with this or he's going to run out of engineers and then be stuck with four.
I don't think he can use these NGs for defense. He needs
Yeah,
the force field there.
I think force fielding just to preserve engineer supply could have been a correct decision.
I mean,
Oh
what
my
do you
God,
guys
Crash
think?
can.
Yeah, Crash has won this already. Like,
Yeah,
but
Crash
but
wins.
yeah, Crash definitely wins. What I was wondering though is if he had double Tesla'd and then transitioned into Chieftains, I think he wins. So
Oh,
in
they
this,
just rushed Hannibal's.
huh? Well, no. I'm just saying, like, let's say
From the
that
Teslas.
your favorite unit wasn't there. If Arkanishu had gone Tesla, Chieftain, and then started defending with his chieftains, it probably beats this Samora. with just two
I don't know.
Teslas?
I don't know. I don't think
But
so. I think if you would delay
would
the
have
game,
This is a little bit closer.
Then it looked well. I mean,
I mean,
Crash
keep
could
in
have been
mind,
killing
Crash is
Teslas.
Crash
I
is
mean,
only.
there's 2 engineers left.
Yeah.
He lost.
So
Okay, but you guys realize right there that if that turn Arkanishu had 1 more damage, he would have been able to at least stop the Zamora from firing for a turn. I guess that's not enough, but
yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
you need to kill
sufficient.
Zamora.
yeah. Well, I mean, at that rate, even if he had infinite engineers, it wouldn't have been enough because he had lost all of his economy by then.
Yeah, his drones were dead. Alright, can I try and cast this one?
Go. You're already
Yes.
late.
Alright, so Crash is going to open with high econ. There is Amperilla, so this might get punished. Arkanishu is going to follow into high econ. Arkanishu is going to start with a conduit. Crash is going to open Natural Blast Forge. Arkanishu is going to follow Blast Forge. Double Anarist from Crash. Will he go for Lucina or Amperilla? We will see. Or Vi, actually. He goes for Vi. Doesn't have enough for a Tarsier right here, so he gets a drone. Arkanishu responds. He's going for Amperilla. He's going for Tarsiers. Gets the wall so he can have Absorb even if Vi freezes. Crash sees the Amperilla and wants as much pressure as possible. He goes for Lucina. Arkanishu going for super greedy Amperilla with 4 more Tarsiers. If he can get this
That's
Amperilla,
crazy.
it's probably game ending. 3 Tarsiers from Crash. I think this is the last thing he wants to be doing. He needs immediate pressure right now to prevent that Amperilla. Okay, can Arkanishu? I would use all his force fields if he can just get this Amperilla, and he does. He goes for 4 force fields and Amperilla defending. He will not get absorbed this turn, but he gets the Amperilla for an additional 7 damage. Crush Overlord, holding back a Rhino and a drone. He does not freeze the wall. Is that what I saw? Minor mistake from him. Arkanishu on 11 drones to defend this. If he can hold out a couple more turns, I think he's got this. Crash bleeding 4 drones the single turn. He can't hold on for much longer. I think Arkanishu's got this. And that's game for Arkanishu.
Yeah, I think he's just got to hold back all his drones and he just wins.
So the super
Super
greedy
greedy
Ampo.
Ampo.
Yeah. Oh, that was hard.
It is really hard.
Well, Arkanishu, he got 17 drones, which is enough to spam 3 Tarsiers and a wall, or a wall and an Ampo every turn. And I think that's pretty much what he did. Except at some point, he couldn't wall. He had to spam force fields instead, because he didn't have enough D.
Yeah, well, the sword green was good. It allowed him to
There
get
was
the
nothing
Amperilla.
that strong to pressure with. Like, maybe cluster bolts could have helped, but
I mean, I think it's pretty, like, Lucina and Vi are pretty efficient, so those are good, but...
Will wants you to cast the next game at 400 words per minute.
me?
Yeah,
Oh,
he wants you to break out the super fast.
the super fast.
Yeah, whatever he is referencing here, I would also like to enjoy.
Okay, let's try it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got Arkanishu against Crash Overlord. The timer is ticking down. Arkanishu decides to skip the timer. Crash still thinking about it. He hasn't skipped it yet, and now he skips with the 5 seconds remaining. Crash opens with a double drone. Arkanishu replies with a double drone of his own. Crash goes 2 more drones. Arkanishu gets 2 drones and an engineer, prompting extra econ. Crash gets the delayed extra engineer and a conduit in response to Arkanishu's 3rd engineer. They both get a centrifuge. Arkanishu's got it first. Triple drone from Arkanishu. No commitment to any tech at all. Crash Overlord still sitting on a single conduit. Arkanishu undoes that, tries an Animus, and thinks again. Triple drone. Crash Overlord going for a double Trinity drone. Is he going to go for some kind of breach-proof strategy? There's not really too much that he could get that's breach-proof. Will he slap down an Antima Comet? Will he get a Flame Animus? Arkanishu still bought nothing other than drones and his centrifuge. He's building up a ton of stuff. He's got 45 gold to spend, and he goes Antima Comet. He's going to have a full supply of 20-some-odd engineers to be able to use with this Antima Comet. I don't think Arkanishu knows that he can shift E. Crash, with his centrifuge, decides he's going to go Hannibal's. So he's going to go Hannibal Trinity drone in a breach-proof strategy, and his only source of Reddit is Flame Animus, which is going to get breached and destroyed in a turn. So he's probably going to have all the 4 Hannibals and a bunch of Trinities. What's he going to switch to after that? Maybe Gauss Cannons. It looks like he's actually just leaving his Hannibals on defense to absorb the Antima Comet. And he's going to lose all of his Hannibals, but not get breached. And he's still got a stack of drones, a bunch of Trinity drones, and he plopped down another Animus. He's looking to be switching to a Lucina Spinos. He gets another Flame Animus so that he'll be able to have 4 red next turn and spamming a bunch of Tarsiers. Meanwhile, Arkanishu's got his own Tarsiers, Flame Animus, and a Scorchilla, which is going to attack in a bunch of turns, hiding behind a giant stack of Engineers and a wall. It looks like Arkanishu's not going to get damage for a while. Crash building his Lucina. He's now attacking for 10 damage every turn, which is about what Arca's attacking for, except 3 of that attack comes from a Scorchilla. So Arkanishu a little bit behind in attack, but he's got a giant stack of Engineers on defense. Crash gets a stack of 4 Cryo Rays that he'll be able to use to freeze Arkanishu's defense. Arkanishu's already feeling pressure and has to leave a Steel Splitter back to defend. Arkanishu puts down a Lucina Spinos to put more pressure on Crash. He's threatening 14 damage. Crash is having to spam tons of defense. He's spamming Rhinos. He's not holding back his Perforator. And he's got 3 drones left from Lucina, which he can turn into more Perforators. He might need to buy more Engineers soon, too. Arkanishu being forced to hold back a ton of drones because of Crash's giant stack of Cryo Rays. And Crash makes it through and Breach kills the Lucina, and that's going to be game because now Arkanishu's way behind on offense. Crash threatening 20 damage next turn with his stack of Tarsiers and Lucina and all the other attackers, and Arkanishu resigns.
Bravo, bravo.
Well done.
That was amazing. That was excellent.
Will says, what the fuck? I'm positive you could do like 3 times faster.
Will with the demands.
Try again a bit later. I'm out of practice. My auctioneer voice.
So notes on that game, Hannibal OP?
Hannibal worked.
Yeah, no, the Hannibal transition that we were talking about worked.
Well, they were literally just used as defenders, right?
Yeah, but they're
like,
just so
did they ever
good
attack?
defenders.
Like, other than their default 1 damage, which killed
was
like
it.
an engineer?
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
all
they
they
were
did.
pretty much
Just
engineer,
the-
that was good though.
That was enough. Well, I mean, also the naked, going into Centrifuge just to get an Antima feels weak.
Crash looks like he's going for a Tia plus red Crazy Rush.
Yes.
And there it is. There's the Tia. He needs an engineer for the Electrovore, but he's threatening 12 damage on turn 6. That's friggin' crazy.
It is. It's pretty insane. He's probably... If there was Frostbite, he's already won this game, but there isn't, so...
Yeah, well, there's Brooder, but I think it's too slow. Probably it's best just to spam more Grimbotches. There's no good defense, though. Like, Infusion Grid is too slow, and Arkanishu never managed to get enough tempo ahead to get the Infusion Grid out.
I just don't know if he has... I honestly think Arkanishu can defend this, and then once he defends he can...
Well, this
be
is the
fine.
last swing from the Tia.
Because
Yeah, I think if he just builds a wall a turn, then he wins, and he's ahead on Econ.
Yep.
yeah, this Tia was way too fast.
Ossified drone. And Crash resigns.
BM ossified.
Into BM resign. You're giving up. He can do whatever he wants.
Is there such a thing as a BM resign?
No, not at all.
If you're
That's
winning,
that's why his BM ossified was kind of silly. It's like in Hearthstone when players insist on, they know they've lost and there's no way that they're going to win, but they still insist on playing their turn out to its end and then concede. That's what that was right there.
Yeah. Well, in Hearthstone, there's like, you kind of want to show your hand. You're like, oh, look how unlucky I have this bullshit.
Oh, okay, I see what it is. It's a whining. It's whining in Hearthstone is what it is.
Well, I think a lot of the BM in Hearthstone actually originates from the fact that there's hidden information. In Prismata, there's so much less of an incentive to BM because there's no hidden information.
The slow rolls are just...
This is the slow, the whole aspect of your opponent doesn't know whether or not you've won.
Yeah.
And in Prismata,
Well, unless you have the damage on the board, right? If you have the damage on the board and they have no way of blocking or dealing with it, then...
Okay, but people always just resign, right? Like, if your opponent has lethal next turn and you don't have a way to stop it, most people just resign in that situation. It's the situation where you don't know whether your opponent has lethal and you play out your turn that you then become subject to BM.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and then they just take their sweet time to do whatever they please. Well, this is the only BMing you can do here is emote spam, right?
Yeah, emote spam. So the whole point is we engineered Prismata precisely to make all other forms of BM difficult, and now we're going to sell you all these BM emotes. You guys have no idea what we have in store. The most expensive emotes are definitely the ones with the highest BM potential.
Uh,
Brilliant.
yeah.